Hi, guys. All right, I'm really excited about today's math class because guess what we get to do? We get to learn how to make number pairs, how we can take a number and figure out what other two numbers can I put together to make that number? Or how do I take that number apart with two numbers? It's very fun. You can compose and decompose numbers. You can put them together and pull them apart. That's a better way of saying it. So think about like the number 5. There's a bunch of ways you can make the number 5, right? Does anyone have an idea of what two numbers you could put together to make the number 5? How about Oh, Jack, I see you. What do you think? That's right. You can take 1 and you can take a 4 and put them together, and guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It makes 5. Or the other way, 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're going to watch this cute little song from Jack Hartman. I'm going to share my screen with you. Here we go. This is about the number 5 and putting together and taking apart number 5.
These are number pairs that make 5. I can say my number pairs. Yes, I can. I can say my number pairs and use my hands. I know that 2 parts make a whole. Let's learn the number pairs of 5, nice and slow. 5
5.
and 0.
That's right.
0 and 5.
They make 5.
4
4
and 1. 1 and 4. 3 and 2.
Good job. You're doing it.
2 and 3. Those are the number pairs that make 5.
Look at that. And he just put it all out there for you guys. 5 and 0 make 5. 4 and 1 make 5. 3 and 2 make 5. And guess what? 2 and 3. 3 and 2 make 5, and so do 2 and 3, because they're the same. If you just do this, it's still the same, right? So I'm going to show you a different way of looking at that with this number rack. People call it abacus or some other name, but let's just call it number rack for right now. So we just worked on number 5 with Jack Hartman, that song. But what about what if we did something just super simple, just so we can all figure this out together? So what if we did the number 2? What do you think? How could we make the number 2? Let's see. Let me explain this to you. These red beads and these white beads all kind of take the place of the number 1, right? So if I moved this red bead over on my number rack to over here, how many beads is that? 1, exactly. Okay, but what did I say? We're working on the number 2. So what would I need to do to make the number 2 with these beads? Does anyone have an idea? Anne, you're right. Yes, you would move another bead over. And look at that. There's 2, right? All right, so what I would do, how would I create a number bond? Remember we worked on number bonds? This is the way of pulling apart and putting together numbers, right? With a number bond. So we take our little writing tool here and write the number 2, because that's the number we're working on. I'm going to make my little circle. I've got 2 here, and I don't have any down here. Does anyone have an idea of what numbers I can put into my number bond? Jason, yes, you're absolutely right. That is perfect. I bet, and I saw a lot of you had your hands up. I think were you all thinking the same thing? Yes, so we got 1, 2. So we write the number 2 here, and then none down here, right? So what do we write over here? 0. Okay, look at that. 2 and 0 make 2. And guess what? You can go backwards. 0 and 2 also make 2. And we can also write that out for any of you who feel like you have a really good idea and you really know these number bonds now. You can write this out in an equation, which is a new thing. It's 2, there's my 2, plus 0 is 2, right? And you can go backwards also. 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. And you know what that looks like? What 0 plus 2, 0 and 2 is 2. It's different, right? Because this is 2 and 0. Does anyone know what we would do here? We would change the beads, right? Well, so where do the beads go? They go like this. There's the 0 because there's nothing there. And there's the 2.